Welcome and welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about your hamstrings and their function in the hardstyle kettlebell swing, or a portion of it.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Tell me about my hamstrings.
One of the things that made us talk about this was a study we looked at that showed the first thing to contract during your backswing. So once the bell gets to the back, the first thing to contract in the movement is the hamstrings. Really kind of important. One of the things that seems to be responsible for that is the elastic properties of the hamstrings. So bell goes back and in a sense bounces off the hamstrings. First thing to contract, really, really important. Glutes and quads come later. So how do we maximize the elastic properties of the hamstrings? There are three basic ways that we want to talk about. So one is the actual tissue quality itself. A lot of people can't find their hamstrings. If you can't find your hamstrings when you're moving, odds are they're not in a position to really give you that much active contraction, let alone passive contraction. So ways that you can potentially access the hamstrings, you can do a nice eccentric movement, nice eccentric deadlift. We'll teach them how to elongate, will improve the tissue quality. Whether it's foam rolling, massage, we like positional breathing, figure that part out on your own. But improving the tissue quality will improve the bounce off the back. The second thing you can do is the depth. A lot of people will get a really, really shallow backswing. So they'll just pop back just a little bit. If you're looking to save energy, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes if you actually get a little deeper, you'll get that bounce, you'll get that stretch.
It'll help.
So you want to find the right spot. Maybe you don't go too low, and there will be a point where if you go too low, you bottom out. You will minimize that stretch. You'll get your body in a position where, especially if the back, come back down, the back gets parallel to the ground like that, you're gonna have to move up through the back before you can even access the hamstrings.
Ouchie.
That's gonna slow you down. The third thing that you can do is really watch your position, where and how you're receiving the bell. So as the bell's moving back, if you get a lot of knee travel in and out, that can be a problem. If you get some spinal movement, not only is that unsafe, but that's also going to minimize that bounce. And another thing that's really common, go and turn to the side, is when you move back, this lifting up of the hips, good, before you move into the swing. Now, some swing styles will actually want you to do that. That works with another function. Yes, you're gonna get a stretch off the hamstring. Not gonna be the same thing that we're talking about. This is hard style, so we wanna move fast. We don't want a lot of extra motion. We wanna get a really tight, we wanna get a really strong contraction rather out of the hamstring. And if the hip lifts first, it's not gonna be quite as elastic. It's not gonna be quite as bouncy. So that's what we got.
All right, so take care of your hamstrings. Find them, use them, and stay strong.
Find your positions.
Yeah, find your positions. That's number one name of the game, and we have plenty of videos about that. So I'll link them in the description or whatever you guys do on YouTube, and stay strong. That was a weak clap.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.